Hi, this is the job description I'm trying to apply for, which is technical solutions developer, which is based upon the cloud. Regarding my summary for the job description, I would like to start it with the basic job description, the mandatory ones. They are first asking for the bachelor's degree. They are asking for 5 years of experience for debugging as well as to advocate customers' needs. They're asking whether I'm willing for the work rotations or shifts. These are mandatory. Also, have kept preferred qualifications. I've tried to inculcate these in my cover letter as well as the resume. The managing distributed systems. This is a keyword I'm trying to get in. Also, they're asking for whether I have experience managing hosted things. They're asking whether I can work with SQL-like queries. So this is a detailed job description they have given about the job, what are all the roles and responsibilities. I'll try to mark it with the keywords I've chosen. I've chosen this 24 bar 7 support. I've chosen the debugging part. They're asking for productivity and collaboration, how I work within a team that I've added. Also, they're asking whether I can work it in a shift pattern without any fixed timing, but in a round the clock, different timing based. So these are the basic roles I'll be doing, and these are the responsibilities. I'll be acting as a consultant for the customer organizations. I'd be able to do the diagnosis, the root cause analysis for customers. This is all the generic thing. So I'm just going to skip. So first I'm trying to inculcate all these, the job title and the company name in my cover letter. This is the cover letter. So I've kept everything, the job title I'm trying to apply for. Particularly, I've picked up the job ID. I've picked it up from over here. The job ID is given over here. Also, I cross verified it with the website itself by clicking apply. I went inside. So this is the official website. I've cross verified. Now going to the cover letter, going in detail, I'm just trying to match with the Google Cloud's mission. Google has several departments. I've chosen the cloud part and I'm trying to match it with the mission with the skills I have. So I've mentioned that I have 3 years of experience building projects. So I've mentioned this is a significant achievement I've done. I've got a fourth ranking in the leaderboard of Skills Ontario competition, which was conducted provincially. So I mentioned it. Also, I have shown my keen interest in collaboration with the team using this open source contributor, which is a technical term for contributing in a team for this software role, particularly this base. Next point, I do have some shortcomings. I've tried to match it with this. They're asking for postings 5 year. They're asking for 5 year experience. I do not have one. So I've tried to show that I've almost done that kind of work in my 2 to 3 years of experience working with code. So this is the thing I've written using metrics. 250 problems I've solved. The mean time to resolution I've taken, I've reduced the time by 38%. Also, this is one more thing they're having, which is called distributed systems as a keyword in their job description. So I've showed I've worked on it as I've worked on multiple stacks such as AWS, GCP. These are different cloud environments. Also, you can see the wording multi-cloud. In order to match with it, I've used this. One more thing they're asking for is SQL again, SQL like queries. So I've mapped it with the SQL. I've already built a dashboard. Then I've shown I'm pretty much good in working round the clock shift rotations. So I've shown it. Whereas the main selling point of mine comes that I'm a value for the organization is I'll be a unique person to pair all the multi cloud with the customer facing role. The technical comes with the behavioral. I'll be both in the cross hash of both the skills. So this is the cover letter I've done. So coming to the resume, how I've mapped it. First, I started with the job title, a little bit uh, uh, suiting with the Google Cloud. I've also mentioned all honestly that I just have 2 years of experience, but I'm trying to match it with whatever skills I do have. I mentioned it in bold letters. So this is the major part the HR persons or the technical recruiters might see in the first place before even getting inside deeper. I've given all the contact details. I've also shown some certifications which is valuable for their organizations. So I've showed that I have experience with in a competitive environment. These are the major skills and the hard skills as well as the keywords I've mostly tried to match in this part by segregating all the categories. I've shown some projects which are live and working, such as in this, so that the recruiters just have to type in and just cross verify whether I've done a decent job. At least it makes their life easier to check my resume. So the links I've provided. So this is a major project I've done using some tech stacks, which I've listed in this technical skills. I've mapped it here, and I've also mapped the same technical skills down over in these descriptions. I'm trying to explain it. I did have a experience doing a certification long back, which I just put it in the project as it was mostly project based. I've also shared the credentials on their official website, my name on it. So I think so it might be a easier thing for them to track. Also, there is one more project, the skills I've mentioned, as well as the uh, mapping with the skills. So this is the experience of validating that I do have 2 years of experience. Then internship, I have a college degree which I did for 1.5 years. So which is also listed over here. It's over here, but still, I'll just get to that part. So this is the experience I'll be doing. I've gained. These are the skills I've gained and how I've mapped it is I've used it using metrics. I've said them that I did have a problem. First started with the problem and I tried to diagnose how I fixed it, what was the problem, why the problem occurred in the first place. So that was the diagnose part and how I'm fixing it. So I fixed it and I've shown what is the result for them that they have got a 30 percentage better early adopters. For everything, I've done the same. For uh, the second job experience I have, I've used the same thing. I've told them the problem and why the problem occurred. And then what did I do to solve it? What was the result for the end user or the person who's getting it? So these are the things I've mentioned. This is one more thing. Although I didn't, it was not technical. I tried to match it with the communication skill as well as how I was handling the customers So this was the customer thing I've mentioned. This was a true thing, but I managed to match it with this role, have a small intern experience, even though it was too small, even though it was an intern, I tried to match it with metrics. Coming to the certifications, I mentioned that I'm doing a certification right now, so that they do have an idea that I'll be getting this. They can expect some proofs. These are all the credential IDs. They could check it on their end. Some recognitions, whatever I wanted, I boldened it so that it catches the HR's eyes. These are the complete part of resume I've done. Doing all this, I would like to show that how I'm a great fit for their mission as well as the company. I do have some experience managing all the technical things as well as the customer experience. I could troubleshoot their problems, triage their issues. So these unique coupling of technical as well as non-technical would be a great fit for Google, as well as it would be good for their team. So as I'm in the crosshairs of both these fields, I do feel so that if they select, if the Google selects, it would be a great addition to the team. Thank you.